Amazon may be headed for global dominance in the retail market. In the last few years, the online giant has made strides to become a leader in cloud computed services, food delivery, grocery stores, entertainment streaming.
Yeah, but as the article, Amazon's size is becoming a problem for Amazon details. The rapid growth may be linked to some of Amazon's biggest issues as the company tries to keep up with its own growth. Paul Wagenseil is a senior security editor at Tom's Guide, and he joins us now to talk more about this. Good to see you.
Thank you.
So it seems like every time we hear about Amazon, they're expanding into a different industry. You want the company to grow if you're an investor. You want the company to offer more services if you're a consumer. But is there a point where it can be too much growth at too quick a pace?
That's hard to quantify. I think Amazon is doing fine. It's profitable it's only started going into the black a couple of years ago after more than a decade in the red. It's certainly got a huge share of the U.S. online market. It's something that everyone probably in this room has used probably in the past month. As a business, it's doing fine. What its problem is that it's gotten so big and so ubiquitous that it's become a political and a social issue. It's a political target, as we've seen with Elizabeth Warren calling out the company, with Trump basically in a weird grudge match with Jeff Bezos. I'm not sure where that comes from. And with Bezos's, frankly, kind of nearly megalomaniacal obsession with being everything to everybody.
So when I think about some of the controversies that we've discussed when it comes to Amazon, not about Bezos' personal life or anything else, but, you know, there have been articles on the toxic work environment. There have been articles more recently on, adding in robots, which means that a lot of people are going to lose their jobs. Are any of these controversies directly connected to its massive growth?
Yeah, because everyone knows it. It's a household name. It's not any better or worse than any other company. It's just so ubiquitous.
But there are other companies that are competing for that same title. I mean, you've got companies in China, for example, that are just as massive and are offering just as many services. They've got a larger population in addition to the U.S. So if you're Jeff Bezos and you're looking at the landscape, the business landscape, you've got to think about getting bigger. And those, some might call them kinks. Politicians might say, you know, it's a problem. But as long as you're, I think that what's hard for people to sometimes understand is as long as you're generating income, revenue for your shareholders, then you're doing your fiduciary responsibility as a CEO. And that's what Jeff Bezos would argue. He would say, look, we're doing right by the people that invest in our company that allow us to grow. The more money we raise through our stock, the more money we use to expand and to deliver more services.
You're exactly right. I mean, and Mark Zuckerberg would say the same thing. I mean, Facebook is doing very well financially. And you're also right about the fact that Amazon is ubiquitous in the U.S., but maybe not globally, and it really does face a threat from these enormous Chinese companies. And Bezos is looking at the planetary picture. Elizabeth Warren and other politicians, even Trump, are looking at the U.S. domestic picture, but that's no longer the whole story anymore.
You know, you brought up Facebook and Zuckerberg, and I thought about all the pressure that Zuckerberg is under to right the wrongs in terms of misinformation, right? So they've got, you know, a whole wing that's set up to make sure that the news that ends up on their website is accurate and allowing us as the consumer to be able to gauge what's truthful and what's not on their website. But Amazon has had a tremendous impact on the economy, particularly those mom and pop stores. It seems like Jeff Bezos and Amazon, they've been able to avoid the pressure of sort of doing something about the problem that they have created.
Yeah, Facebook kind of created its own problem by not being clear, by not being transparent. I'm not saying, you know, that Amazon is a model of transparency, but Facebook has gone out of its way throughout its existence to basically make things difficult for the user to really know what's going on behind the scenes. Amazon's been a bit more transparent, Google even more so. So I see the comparison, but Amazon is fundamentally a retailer, and everyone understands the retail experience.
Is it in danger of becoming a monopoly?
It's already halfway there. The story that in the Wall Street Journal yesterday cited one study that said that Amazon is pretty much half of the U.S. e-commerce market, which makes sense when I think about how much I spend online. Pretty much half of it goes to Amazon, half of it goes to other retailers. And in terms of mom and pop stores, I think mom and pop stores already had a lot of pressure in the past couple of decades from Walmart. What Amazon is killing off is the sort of mid-level chains. It's a bigger threat to like say Bed Bath & Beyond, to Target, to Home Goods. All these sort of national chains that basically sell commodities in a way, stuff that you can see online or stuff that you can actually go into a store and what they call showcase. Like you go into a Best Buy and you see the goods, and then you compare the prices on Amazon, and we're like, oh no, I get it on Amazon instead.
But Walmart is bigger. They're not a threat to Walmart.
They're a threat to Walmart, but Walmart is being really good about fighting back. They've really moved aggressively into the online space.
All right, Paul, really good information. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Sure.